Hi, and welcome to Kraft Heinz Ariba Supplier Training Guide for Reverse Auction. In order to participate in an event, you will receive an invitation email from Kraft Heinz. You need to click here link given in your invitation email, and it will redirect you to the login page. Your user ID would also be mentioned in the email. Enter your username and password to log in. Once you are logged into Ariba, you will see the dashboard, where you can find all Kraft Heinz events you have been invited to. The events that are in open status represents that these events are currently open for bidding. The events that are in pending selection status represents that these events have been closed and are being reviewed by Kraft Heinz. The events that are in preview status represents that these events are in pre-bid phase and are going to open on their scheduled time. You need to click on the event name that you need to participate in. If you are not able to find any events, please get in touch with Kraft Heinz team. Please note, clicking on the link in the email would also direct you to the event instead of this dashboard. There are 4 steps in this process that is under the checklist on left side of your screen. First step is to review the event details. This is where you can see the contents of the e-auction prior to accepting the items you would like to bid on. Items could be in the form of lots, or individual line items. Please make sure you carefully review the items before you accept the prerequisites. If you can concentrate on the top right corner of the screen, you will see the time remaining in preview. This means, the auction is still not open for bidding. It is the time given to all the suppliers to finish the necessary steps before actually participating in the bidding process. In this screen, you will see the summary of this event. In this page, you need to click on Review Prerequisites tab, which is highlighted in blue. In this screen, you need to select I accept the terms of this agreement. In addition, please click on References option to download the relevant documents in each section. You will need to select the answer as yes from the options in the right side of the screen. If there is any scope of work for the project, it will be either communicated by the Kraft Heinz team in email or in the section 4. All the sections, questions and attachments are dependent on particular projects. After following all the instructions, click OK. In this screen, you will find number of line items to be quoted for. Here you need to select only those items, which you are interested to bid. If you select all the line items in this page, and later if you do not bid for any one line item, the system will throw an error asking to complete the bid for all the line items, and if you bid as 0, this means you are willing to give that particular line item for free. So, please make sure to select only those items which you intend to bid. However, you can still go back to Select Lots page and make changes to your earlier selections. You need to click on Submit Selected Lots tab, once you select line items. In this screen, you need to submit pre-bid prices, which would be your starting price. You need to enter the values in the price text box and then click on Submit Entire Response. Clicking on this tab is very essential, else, your values will not be registered in the tool. Once you click on it, it will prompt you to confirm your pre-bids. Your pre-bid price should not be more than the quoted price in RFQ or as discussed with Kraft Heinz team. To avoid last-minute rush or any technical errors, you are requested to submit your pre-bid at least 12 hours prior to the scheduled auction time. You can revise your pre-bids at any time during the preview phase by clicking on Revise Pre-bid tab, and entering the new price. Before we move on to the open bidding stage, let us give you a brief background about this event. Take an example of 3 suppliers, A, B and C. Supplier quotes $1,000, B quotes $2,000 and C $3,000. Now, rank 1 will be shown to the supplier who has quoted the least among these, which is supplier A. Similarly, Supplier B would be shown as rank 2, and Supplier C as rank 3 respectively in their screen. In this auction, all lots or items open and close at same time. In the screen, you can see all the line items are open for bidding. You need to enter the prices manually in the price text box and click on Submit Entire Response tab to register your price in Ariba. Ranks will be displayed just beside the price text box. Ranks will change dynamically only when you surpass the next lowest bidder. Your rank will be the only indicator for you to understand your position in this event. You will not be able to see the details of other suppliers participating in the auction. You can see the line item details by clicking on drop-down symbol very next to the line item. The bid decrement for this particular line item is 0.25% in the pop-up box. Bid decrement is the minimum amount that you need to reduce from your current price every time when submitting a new bid. Please make sure you check the bid decrement value for all the line items as it may differ from line to line. Please note, in reverse auction, system will not allow you to increase your prices. You have to only decrease your prices from the current values. To place a new bid, you need to click in the price text box and enter a lower bid as per bid decrement and then click on Submit Entire Response. Your bids would be submitted only once you click on Submit Entire Response button. This is very much essential, without which your values will not be registered in Ariba. You may also use the decrement selected items by price text box to submit your new bid. If you want to decrease your bid, you can type the amount in the box and then click Apply. The system will calculate new price in the price text box and then you may click on Submit Entire Response. There is no limit for you to place the bids, you may bid any number of time. Please note, if multiple suppliers enter the same price, then the system would consider that price which was registered first in the tool to decide the ranks. As you can see here, the bid decrement percentage is 0.25%, and if you try to reduce the price by not keeping the minimum bid decrement value, and enter any value less than 0.25%, the system would throw an error message. In this case, your next bid should be $99.750 or lesser than that. You can see the list of messages sent by the e-auction team by clicking on Event Messages button on top left corner of your screen. Click on the subject line of the messages to open it. You can go back to bidding page by clicking on Back to Console button. In case of any technical issues during the live event, you have to contact Kraft Heinz immediately by clicking on Compose Message tab, and writing a short message. Only Kraft Heinz can view your messages. You can also contact the concerned buyer via email or phone. You also need to know the rules for time extension. Whenever the time remaining in open bidding is less than 2 minutes, and if any supplier irrespective of his rank submits a new bid, then the time will again extend back to 2 minutes every time for all the suppliers. The lot or line will not end if there are new bids in 2 minutes. After the live auction is closed, auction will move to review phase. In this phase, Kraft Heinz will review the auction, and then it will move to pending selection phase. Please note, Kraft Heinz uses e-auction for getting competitive prices from suppliers. Winning in this auction is not a guarantee of an award. Price is one of the many factors that go into our award decision. Final award is based on best overall value to Kraft Heinz and includes, but is not limited to price, transaction cost, payment terms, etc. You can also reach out to Ariba Tech support team if you have any technical difficulties. Thank you.